Notification volume 0%.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Blindformers. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today I have for you Transformers War for Cybertron Commander Rodimus Prime. Now, in the episodes I've made of More Than Meets the Eye, we've discussed Rodimus Prime quite in depth. So, I'm going to just start off by transforming him. But first, I'd like to say thank you guys for reaching over 100 subscribers for me. I really appreciate that. I've been looking forward to getting to 100 for a while now, and now I can successfully move that goalpost down to 250. So, thank you so much for being a subscriber, and thank you for commenting on my videos and liking them. You know, check out my friend Perspective In. He's pretty cool. He has differing views than me, and that's important when making a financial decision like buying something. It's important to get all the perspectives. So check out Perspective In, and he may be able to gleam some light on areas that I have missed. It's important to have multiple sources. Now, let's get started on this. Oh, and by the way, seeing as today is September 11th, I will be releasing another video talking about September 11th. I'm not going to do much political stuff on this channel, but I do think that mentioning, talking about September 11th isn't really political. It's more of historical, and I'd like to share my my moments with y'all on camera, and keep an eye out for that video. It should show up later today. Okay, niceties are done. Let's talk about Rodimus Prime. So, Rodimus Prime, when you get him, he will show up in vehicle mode. So, vehicle mode is the mode we will be starting this review, this Blindformers episode in. So, here is Cliff Jumper. Cliff Jumper stretches from the tail, from the back end of Rodimus Prime all the way to the end of his pipes. So, the pipes on the side of your Rodimus Prime are actually as long as Cliff Jumper. That being done, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do a comparison shot for Cliff Jumper. In size-wise, as you can see, Rodimus is nearly twice the width of Cliff Jumper. And we've talked about Rodimus before. I think his vehicle mode was 18 studs tall. Yep, 18 studs by 9 if I remember right. We're not counting the spoiler. The spoiler's just hot air. Okay. So that's 17, 18, 19. Yep, 19 studs long by. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 studs wide. At his skinniest, he is 9 to 10 studs wide at his widest. So, let's start this transformation off. Okay. So to begin the transformation from Rodimus Prime vehicle mode to robot mode, you need to feel around the canopy. Now you got his front, you got his crazy awesome feeling canopy. You can definitely tell it's a canopy because it's so smooth. And if you feel around the edges, you will discover these two little notches. And they feel like textures that just kind of pop up. But what you want to do is push down right there at the edge of the canopy and where the vehicle bows out a bit on the sides. Before I continue, just so you know, there's one siege port under each of his spoiler wings, and it can actually move out of the area. That's cool. It's a moving siege port, and then there's one on top of the vehicle, for a grand total of 3. Alright, so we push the arms down like that. What we're doing is we're popping them out of their socket locations to allow us to move some stuff easier. Now that that's done, and these guys are popped out, make sure you get them a little spun away. Go ahead and push in the lever. There's a lever right next to the pipes, and when you push it in, it will actually fold over to about the same length as the hand that's hidden inside. So you know, those levers can go down a bit. You just move around the edges and unclasp this guy from his points, and his two arms should kind of fold away, and then on their own little hinges, move out a bit to end up looking like a, I don't know, like something from Outlaw Star. You can move both these arms around, and yeah, you totally got those weird grappling arms from Outlaw Star. Okay, so we'll put these guys back in their position, slide them like that, and we're done with the arms for a moment. Actually, no, we'll just finish with the arms. So, to finish with the arms, what you want to do is take that lever, push it up so that it's flat with the next to the pipes, and then that entire area right there actually is about to click open. You just need to do it right. That was a fail, Cream. I don't know what you were attempting, but that was a fail. Okay. So once you've folded up the plastic bits on the sides of his arm, this will give you enough clearance to actually spin the pipe 180 degrees. He will agree with me. There it goes. Cool. You spin it 180 degrees, you'll reveal the hand. And then what you do with the bit that you folded out, you fold that back in. And then this lever will fold down and move at a 90-degree angle on its axis, so that it will fold over the underside of the arm. So it will cover both one side, and then that lever will fold over the other side. So you should have pipes followed by bits you folded over, and then you rotate the arm one more, followed by that bit that you folded down over the underside of the arm. And that bit actually snaps into place. So we'll follow the step on this side too. Move up the lever bit, fold all of that assembly next to the pipes straight so it's flush with the pipes. Rotate the pipes 180 degrees. Fold down all the stuff that you folded up. And then fold in that lever. Rotate that lever point. You can only rotate it once you folded it a certain area, so it's got to be more than 45 degrees folded. But then you can rotate, and it will just kind of click into place. There it goes. It's a nice soft click. And we're done with the arms for now. Let's move onwards to the rest of him. So we'll discuss the legs. So to get at the legs, take the spoiler area, the back of the car that has the spoiler, reach down and put your fingers on both of those siege ports because it's a nice sturdy location. And then pull it up. And what you'll have then is this wing area will be completely away from your legs. And these legs will now unfold. These legs are fun. They're similar, yet different. Same, different from Hot Rod. So, what you want to do with these is, you got the back tire for the car. Right next to the back tire is this panel that will fold up. And you can follow the same process on the other side. Find the tire. Make sure that you're on the underside of the car. This panel has these two weird bits that fold up and feel as though they can hold something. I have yet to figure out what they can hold, but they fold up. And then here's where things get fun. So once you've folded up both of the panels, you can rotate the leg out. And that just requires you moving the entire panel assembly down. And then moving the leg up. There's two hinges in there with two bars. So what you're doing is you're folding it down, and then the other bit's going to fold on top like you would fold a towel. So what we're doing is we're reversing that. So we're unfolding the top, and then we're unfolding the bottom. And that will give us some nice long legs. Make sure that you've stretched them out as far as they will go. They will click into place. And we'll move the feet bits down. We'll transform those in a second, but we need some clearance because these wheels fold into the legs. But first off, you have to push the wheels in. So put your hand where your finger rests underneath the pipes and your thumb rests on top of the wheel. And you want to make sure you hold it and apply pressure because you don't want to break it. And so it's always important to be careful when applying pressure to something. So get yourself a nice base, put your thumb on the wheel, and then push down with your thumb. Don't pinch your fingers like I just did. Ouch. And the wheel will pop into, deeper into the wheel well. And this will allow you, because this wheel well area it's on a 2-hinge style bar. So those 2 hinges give it enough movement speed where you want to fold it where the wheel goes into the negative zone of the back leg. Clearance here is a bit tough. I'll let you know that. It is a bit tough, but you can do it. I do it all the time. So we can move that guy in. It's going to click a bit. I do not like that clearance. I wish that clearance wasn't there. But once you get it in, and the wheel will pop through this little slit cut out of the interior of his leg on the interior sides. And if you've done it right, the back panel will fold down and do a soft click. Now we're going to follow it on the other side. That back panel only does soft clicks, so if it flops up, don't worry about it. It happens. So we're going to follow the process on this side. Make sure that the wheel has been pushed in, like I showed you to do, and then take both of your thumbs and try and help the wheel out, because you don't want to break your leg. And there's enough maneuverability with this plastic. It has enough of a plastique quality that you can bend it just out of the way to allow that wheel to come in. And you want to make sure that you've shoved the wheel in as far as you can go. And then that back panel with its darnable click it has to acquire. Sometimes these don't want to click at all. You can get it to click in, you just need to be patient with it. And I really do wish they had given us a harder click right there, like a harder socket, but it's okay if it doesn't really click into place completely. You'll be alright. It's designed to not bother anything. Then for his feet, he had those back venti panels, so you want to unfold one and then fold that foot down and it will load there. Then you want to unfold the other venting panel and fold the foot down and apply it where the siege port will be the heel of the toe of the foot, and the toes will be sticking out straight. Okay. Now that we got our legs complete, let's go ahead and spin them 180 degrees. That's important. We're just getting it done now. It bothers me that this isn't clicking into place. I got the other one down, and then this one isn't. Oh well. Okay. Now that we're done with both of the legs and both of the arms, at least for now, we're going to move into the top. Now, you should have two headlights that are kind of sticking out in the middle of nowhere. And these headlights are on a very fragile hinge. They will pop out with the least resistance. So it's important to be careful at this point, or else you have to pop them back in. So they will fold inwards at a 45-degree angle. And so you want to carefully fold them down so that they both fold into the hood of the car, or the underside of it. Once that's complete, let's work on getting this car assembly out so we can actually finish this robot. So pull the canopy up at an angle just a bit, and that will give enough freedom for the hood of the car to fold forwards. And now this panel, this back panel with the wing, will spin on its axis. It has a spinny joint in its hinges, which will allow it to spin and then cover the canopy with kind of a shield, because I mean, you don't want to be running around with a big sheet of glass on your back. Now these arms are really cool. So you want to take these arms on their crazy long bar hinges and fold them so that both of the arms are kind of sticking up into the air. Well, they can stick out to the sides if you want, but you want this area in the middle that has the two hinge bars to be sticking up like that. And then you're going to spin just that area with the arms, nothing else. And that will allow the arms to get into the position that they need to be in order for robot mode. So now what we do is we take the hinge, we'll work on one arm at a time. So we're working on the left arm right now, and we will take its hinge and fold it down. And you'll notice that when you fold down the first hinge, the one that's closest to the core of the body, you'll feel that there is a horizontal peg right there. Now you want to fold up the arm bits, and when you fold it back up going straight up again, you should fold a peg hole directly over that horizontal peg. So we're going to do it one more time on this side. So what we do is we're folding this crazy long amount of bars and hinges that the arms are attached to. We're folding it down at its closest to the body fold so that it will then lay down the body. And then we're going to fold it up at, so we leave the first area folded down. Then the next fold that happens on this bar, we fold up. And then the next fold that happens, we'll fold up again to make sort of a U shape. And what we're doing is we're connecting that U together with the siege ports. Now, if you do it wrong, it won't connect, and if you do it right, it will connect so well. So I'm just making sure we do it right. And this is also a proof for you guys if you know, you're doing it yourself. You know you've done it right whenever that bar in that thing click into place. Did you hear that click? That was a beautiful click. All right, we're gonna move both of the arms out just a bit. And now comes the weird fun parts. So, first off, we've got to push this head, this chest area up. So, this chest area will actually go in there. You just have to do it right. Now, on the back of the head, let's go ahead and, my head is spun the correct way, but in yours, you're going to need to, if you get it straight out of the packaging, you're going to need to spin the head 180 degrees. It's just an extra step they added in for funsies. Now, if you feel the back of the inside, interior of the canopy, you'll feel that there is a big square peg hole there. And if you feel on the back of the head, on the you know, the back of the neck assembly, you'll feel that there is these two pins that stick out that have a little horizontal, you have a little cut in the middle. And those guys are going to work with this canopy and connect the head. So we're just, boom, just like that. And it will happen very well and very good. Now, make sure the arms are good, and this arm is good. Okay, everything seems to be connecting. That's not connecting in, but then again, this chest never wants to connect into place. I have noticed that his chest does kind of just want to flop there, but the head is held on. So, hi, Cream. You're just going to stick your nose in my mouth? You want to be a butt? Alright. So, we then take the back panel that has the spoiler on it, and we are going to fold it forwards, and it's just going to kind of snap into place on the canopy. It has a little hinge to do that. And now we lower both of the arms, unfold the fists, because this guy's got some crazy awesome finger action, and Bob's your uncle. There you go. Now, something Cream, don't screw with the weapons. I collect them from your hiding holes all the time. Nope. Something I forgot to mention in the robot episode of More Than Meets the Eye is on either side of his head. Now, I remember these as being yellow, but I'm not sure if they are or not. But he's got these bits that fold up from the chest to make his neck area, I mean the top of his shoulders. But you can take each of those little guys with your thumb and unfold them just a tad. And then you can fold forward the chest compartment to reveal his matrix of leadership. Oh snap. He's got an awesome matrix, and he doesn't have enough, Cream, why? You just took down 4 guys. I just had them organized. Cream. Alright, let's fold that panel back up and snap those 2 points back together. He cannot reach his matrix, sadly. His arms are just a bit too big. But there you go. You know, he can look around. With the ability of his joints, he can look really far up. He can't really look far down, but you can always bend him forwards. Let's get some comparisons for y'all. I'm going to get his sword out wherever I put it. Here it is. We're going to go ahead and attach his sword to his hand. He's got some cool hands. You can just, they got like a 5mm port hidden in them, and the way the thumb is shaped, but then you can close the fist over the sword. And where's my bumblebee? So we can finish this out. There it is. Seriously, Bumblebee? Taking down people all the time? Alright. Bumblebee stands up to... We'll just do the front shape. There we go. Bumblebee stands... Oh, good God. All the way... This guy's honking feet. There we go. We're just gonna... Boom. Okay, so Bumblebee stands all the way up to the top of his crotch area. The top of his waist is where Bumblebee will stand. There we go. Thank you, Bumblebee, for all of your help. Anyway, guys, that's it for the episode. I hope y'all have enjoyed watching me transform, and I hope you've learned how to transform your Rodimus Prime. Once again, I think it's worth the price. It may seem a little steep, but in quality measures, in the transformation and the complexity of it, it definitely deserves some props. Please like and subscribe and share. You know, I can't raise awareness for the blind without people helping me out by sharing. And so please do that. And till next Prime, I'm Blind Prime, and you have been watching Blindformers. Peace.